Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the science fiction rating system. I feel like every year that's how I have to start this show because I don't know what to do. It's the end of the year, 2022, and we are here for the 6th annual science fiction rating system end of Yearpalooza. That's right, it's the 6th annual one, yeah. Yeah, it is. Wow. Ridiculous. I'm here, as I've been through all those 6 years of podding, with Mr. Chris Redding.
Hello.
And Mr. Alex Humphrey.
Hey there.
How were your Christmases?
Great. Amazing.
Wonderful, yeah.
Brilliant.
I got that thing I really wanted.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And how about that King's speech, eh?
That little fucking joker. He's a right tinker, that king.
Really good. He got over his stutter and managed to deliver it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ended it with, and by the way, go and see fucking Avatar 2. It's fantastic.
His gout's really kicking in though, isn't it?
Has he got gout?
He must have.
Nothing wrong with a bit of gout.
No.
Character building. So, here we are at the end of the year. Long-time listeners will know that we do a little end of year roundup where we go through, we choose a few things to talk about in brief. We discuss what we're going to watch at the start of next year. This year we've got a bit of correspondence. We've got some undercover snooping about Alex and his history with the podcast and a certain film. And we've got at the end of it, we've got the reveal of our new rating system. So plenty to get through. So let's start, as we always do, with our picks of things to talk about we enjoyed the last year. It can be a film, it can be a TV show. It doesn't have to be science fiction strictly either. So Alex, what is your first choice of things?
My first thing is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Loved it.
I bloody loved it. Yeah, we showed it at my cinema, and it did very, very well. And I kind of didn't see it there, but I kind of meant to. But it did that thing where it got very overhyped. Everyone was going on about it, and I really kind of got it. That always puts me off.
Yeah.
And then I've watched it recently. It's on Amazon. I watched it recently with a friend, and yeah, it just blew me away. I mean, it is a metaverse movie, which people could be quite sick of these days, but I just think it's just brilliantly directed. It's really funny.
Made in lockdown, I assume, was it, or something?
Pardon?
Made in lockdown or something, was it made?
No.
Have you seen it, Chris?
I actually haven't.
Oh, you must watch
really
it.
Good.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to watch it in a good environment. I just never got round to it.
No, fair enough. Just really funny, really inventive.
I don't like that woman, though, to be honest.
No, normally, but she's good in this.
Yeoh.
Also, it's the return of Short Round to cinema screens. Which is, which is good to see.
And he's really good, isn't he?
He's really good in it, yeah.
He's funny because you kind of think at the beginning his character's a little bit just this annoying, nerdy man, and you're like, oh, okay. But then it's obviously a bit more than that.
He's much better than she is, Michelle Yeoh, I think. He's a much better...
Yeah.
Why is she so big? Why is she so, like, the thing? I just don't get it.
I don't get it either, no.
Yeah.
But no, she's all right in this. I will say, though, without spoilers, I didn't like the end of it. It got too schmaltzy for me. Like, the final sort of...
Yeah. Fair. I mean, it's
showdown,
more fun.
It's fun.
In 3 parts, isn't it? And the first 2 parts are probably more fun. But just the design of it, the
design is
brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like the inventiveness,
the willingness to like go to run with things. It's got that Rick and Morty thing of like letting a joke thing run far enough it gets funny again, hasn't it? Like
yes,
or going far enough, like with a certain sort of sex toy that like you know. That you wouldn't think it goes for extremes that are funny again, aren't they? Yeah, no, it's really
stuff
good
that
fun.
You think will be a throwaway, ends up
it comes back being a big
thing.
thing.
Yeah, definitely. No,
definitely
I
worth
just
a
loved
watch.
it.
Yeah.
Really think, and just good to see something. I thought it was quite refreshing. You don't normally see a cast like that.
Very original, definitely. Yeah. Brilliant, Chris. What's your first pick of things?
Andor.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah. So I hate Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
I hate everything they've done. Except for Rogue One.
Mandalorian Season 1? You like that, didn't you?
It's all right, Mandalorian, but I can just see that now, like, going off the boil.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is the first, stylistically, like, what I've been looking for.
And did it maintain throughout?
Yes, it's made for adults, this one.
Yeah.
Not through any sort of content, but because the way it's made, you know, the drama and the plot and the script, and it's a grown-up story, and this is how they should have been making Star Wars films in the modern era. Yeah. Really, I think this was supposed to be a movie, and then it got made into
a Star Wars story, no doubt. They've got.
Yeah.
Is it a one-off, or is there going to be more? Is it?
There's going to be another series. Then you're basically at Rogue One. Then.
Oh right, so it's got a limited life, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to watch that over the Christmas. Oh no, sorry, I watched it over the Christmas period.
Oh yes, of course.
But I can't remember what I thought about it yet. But I will.
No.
Yeah. It can happen. That.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad it's good. I'm glad that it's better than Kenobi because, as we mentioned last episode, that was a real.
It's literally like Light and Day. Yeah. It's like they gave. The problem is they haven't been promoted in the same way. So actually, the viewing figures are quite down on Andor.
Right.
And I don't know whether it's because the audience is not a child audience.
Well, they were a bit stung maybe by Obi-Wan because it got
maybe,
bad.
But they had the cast there is a lot more marketable for Kenobi. But yeah, just literally a light year ahead of in how to make these sorts of shows.
It's the guy who wrote Rogue One, isn't it? The Bourne.
Oh, is it?
Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's. It's great. It's great.
Good. My first pick is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
have either of you, both of you, seen that?
Yes, I've seen
it. Yeah,
I've seen it.
So, I really like Thor. I quite like the first two Thor films. Even the second one, people don't like that much. I think it's an all right film. It's fine.
Yeah.
This film, and I quite liked Ragnarok.
Ragnarok
was the
I
limit.
love Ragnarok.
It's like the limit of like that kind of humour. This is it gone wrong because it is unfunny. It is unfinished. The thing that I can't believe about it is Christian Bale's in it and he's got that very like distinctive sort of skin tag on his one cheek. Yeah. The shots where they've reversed his face, so the skin tag's on the wrong side of his face. So like they've obviously done a reverse shot and not thought to think like that. Which that says to me a lot about the kind of the rush job, whatever's gone with this film, because it was bitty, it wasn't funny, it didn't make much sense. Like they've burnt Christian Bale in the MCU, who is a brilliant actor who deserved more than that. It was the guy that Taika Waititi plays was annoying throughout and had that thing of like, I'm the director and I wrote it, so I'm going to put myself in it more than I should be kind of vibe. It was just utterly atrocious, and it was such a shame. It reminded me of the year before. I think I talked about Wonder Woman 1984, where I'd liked the previous film, and that one was absolute dog shit. Yeah. I just cannot believe how badly they mishandled what to me was kind of the last one standing in terms of an actual good Marvel character.
Thor's the best.
The wrong way, yeah.
Thor's the best character out of that
ones that are left. Now that
universe.
Captain America's gone, because I really like Chris Evans. I thought he was really good.
It's very ironic as well because being a nerdy Marvel comic fan, I would ironically, because there's a big bit in Love and Thunder, isn't there, where they go to see Zeus and all the other gods, and the spoilers, the bit at the end, the after credit scene, is the revelation of the character Hercules. Yeah. Right now, the ridiculous kind of the irony is that Hercules within the comics is what Thor is within the films. He's much more jokey. He's much more throwaway. He's not serious. He's just like comes down with his little, leotard thing on and just has fun because he's a god. Yeah. And they kind of obviously used that imprint and made that Thor. But then weirdly now they're trying to bring in Hercules, who they've always taken his characteristics and put it on the wrong character. It was just like someone said, "Oh, just do more of that funny stuff."
Just sass overload.
Yeah,
it's like it's that because all of Marvel's sassy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's like they've realised, Taika, you're great at writing that shit, so write it for every line. And it's been so... It's just saturated. No, every single line is so...
It's the first one and I am a huge fan, it's the first one I've walked out of the cinema and just said, yeah, that's enjoyable, but I probably will never think about that film again. Like, I won't think about it. It just was... It's gone now. It's like out of my head. It's not... Yeah. There's no bit...
Just a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Because I say, I liked Captain America, Civil War, and the one Winter Soldier. I thought they were really good films.
Yeah,
and I like the Thor ones. The rest of it, I don't really care. So I'm kind of out now. Like, there's nothing left, is there? What is there?
Well, it's where is it going anyway? There's no. There was such a clear path before, and now there's no path, and they're just throwing.
I watched that Christmas special of Guardians of the Galaxy. That was bad. They they're doing like what they do with did with Star Wars.
Yeah,
the holiday special. They do that in a jokey way with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
And it's got Kevin Bacon in it, and it's just really bad.
I mean, that's all I need to hear. I get it. I get it. Well, there we go. That's my third pick. Let's have a quick break and return with some more. Before we have our second picks, you know about Jumanji. So Alex has been mentioning Jumanji an awful lot.
Yeah,
I think that
okay, right, yeah.
In the last 3 podcasts, you talked about how great Jumanji was.
The second, actually, all the Jumanjis. I like all the Jumanjis. Yeah.
So I can actually drop a clip in here from the Toys episode, which is episode 213. I'll drop a clip in here.
Which I watched Jumanji recently, and I actually thought he was really good in that. There's quite a lot more acting in that. That's not.
And as people at home will have heard, that was Alex saying how Jumanji is an absolutely fantastic film and great again. Also, in the Space Station 76 episode, which has got nothing to do with Robin Williams anything.
How did I mention Jumanji?
He also mentions Jumanji being a fantastic film again. Apropos of absolutely nothing in that one, I think. Just brings it up again. So, yeah.
Maybe I just watched it. I'm a Jumanji obsessive.
I think we need to find a way to try and watch Jumanji.
Actually, do you know what? Hold on a minute. Hold on. Like, I could do something. Just because you guys have asked for it, because it's in the room with me.
He's going to vanish into a board game now, isn't he? Come back with a rhino.
Get that, like...
Yeah, he's got the board game. Yeah, for people at home, Alex is holding the Jumanji board game.
Yeah.
That's the Jumanji board game.
Yeah,
that's the real Jumanji board game.
It's not the real one, is it?
Control of his brain.
That's the back. Yeah. Yeah, it's brainwashed me.
So yeah, just more proof that this Jumanji thing's not a new revelation. It just seems to have got worse, but you've been doing it for years. Literally.
I'd like to announce my spin-off podcast, Jumanji rating system.
You just watched Jumanji and Jumanji 2 over and over again.
There's just 3 episodes. Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 Jumanjis. There's 3 Jumanjis.
Yeah, there's 3 Jumanjis. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Right. Let's go back to some picks. So second picks of the year. Should we go in reverse? Let's go in reverse.
Yeah.
Mix it up. My second pick is not sci-fi, because I was thinking what TV I really liked this year, and my favourite TV of the year was the last series of Better Call Saul. Have either of you seen that?
No.
So Better Call Saul, I've
seen bits of it, but I just like scooch forward to the scenes with Gus.
Oh,
like I literally fast forward and just do all them things.
Well, Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad was great. Better Call Saul was better. It was slower and more deliberate, and knew what it wanted to be, and it wanted to be like just a very deliberate piece of like TV. That's like it's the anti Love of Thunder in effect, really, because it's like it's very well written and very slow, and lets characters be characters. Like the opposite of Revenge of the Sith. The scenes that last 5 minutes and one thing will happen, and it's beautiful, and it wrapped up in the best way. Like the ending was perfect, and yeah, I just think if no one's watched it, go and watch them all, because there's like 5 series of it, and it's better than Breaking Bad, and there's loads of like great cliffhangers and twists in that last series that like are really, just really good, just really earned. It really earns it, and it was really nice to have something finish and think, oh, you've not shit the bed, you know, because I think Breaking Bad shit the bed. I think the last episode of Breaking Bad isn't very good, so it's nice to see them actually like land this in a big way. So that's my choice, enough. But not much to discuss because no one else has watched it. So, Chris, what's your second pick?
I've got, it's not sci-fi again. It's The Boys.
Oh, I love that.
It's kind of sci-fi.
I've not finished the third series, but I'm very near the end.
What is it?
It is sci-fi. Yeah, they're created, aren't they?
It's definitely sci-fi. They make them,
Yeah. So, if anyone's, I don't know, have you guys seen The Boys? Yeah.
I've seen the first series, but I've read all the comics, so I know what happens.
I'm nearly finished the third series. I'm like 2 away.
Have you read the comic, Alex?
No, I've never read the comic.
I'd like to Carol.
It's good. It's funny. It's like basically what I like. It's got everything I need from like the superhero genre. Mm-hmm. It's what I've thought of when watching Marvel films before. I've like thought, oh, wouldn't it be good if it was like this? It's good, and there's some really. Like the guy who plays Homelander is just incredible. It's just great. It's a great character. So scary. It's like terrifying. Yeah. Like if there was this Superman who's like a jock, It's just, and it gets better and better. And what was there 3 seasons so far?
It's been 3 so far.
This is the third. Yeah, it's the third.
And then I think there's a new one this year. So yeah.
I wonder how far they are through this. I'm not going to say anything, so I guess I spoil anything. Yeah. It's got a crazy end. The Boys has.
So what's happened? It's all gone to shit. Voight.
Yep.
Is that where it ended? Yeah. It's all kind of gone to shit. Voight.
I'm not going to say anything because there's specific things about characters that are in it from the start that you don't want to know, basically. Is it like?
Series.
Is it like? Because I've not seen past the first series. Does it? Because obviously it escalates. I know it must escalate from where the comic goes in terms of the violence stuff like that.
Oh yeah. They have to keep having disclaimers at the beginning of the episodes because there's a particular thing about a squid that they just have to keep saying this isn't real. Don't write in because this isn't real. Stop saying. There's the one. I remember the second series. There's one where they explode a whale. They drive through a whale.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say.
They absolutely nailed Disney in it as well. Like it's so good. Like how they fucking there's this theme park which is the Vought theme park, which is like the MCU theme park.
Yeah.
And it's woke, like to the maximum extent. And like there's a restaurant called Woke Wok. And it's so good. Yeah.
They did the Imagine as well, didn't they? They did a piss take of the Imagine, the Gal Gadot Imagine thing.
Oh, yes.
They absolutely nail all this stuff.
It's so good stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's Amazon, isn't it? Amazon Prime. Did either of you watch the Lord of the Rings show on Amazon?
Not I heard it was terrible.
I really liked it. Everyone didn't like it. I really enjoyed it. It was very slow.
I fell asleep.
Alex, your second choice.
My second choice is controversial. It is sci-fi. It's the Halo TV series.
Oh.
I really liked the Halo TV series.
Bloody hell.
And I thought the ending of it, the very final episode, I think the final episode had one of the, in my opinion, it had such a good twist that you kind of, it was such a good payoff of what, I really, the thing they did in the very end, I really, really liked it. I thought it was really clever, and also it was also very clever, but it was also acknowledging what the source material was really well.
Right.
I don't know if you ever could. I can spoil it, or I could, but yeah.
I might watch it because I really like the game, but I watched the first 2 and was extremely bored and sort of it seemed very
didn't get on with it.
Nothing was really going on.
I think the fights were really well done. I thought the suits looked good. Yeah, I think if you didn't get on with it, you probably wouldn't get on with it. But I thought the woman Natasha McHone or whatever she's called, the woman from Truman Show, who's the one that gets into the. She's the one he's obsessed with in Truman Show. I thought she was really interesting character.
Can you spoil this for me? Is there a Halo in it by the end of Halo?
What's the Halo?
The ring
thing. The ring thing. I think there is. That's what they keep seeing. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay. Because I was like, there's no Halo in Halo. I'm not. No, I don't get it.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what they keep seeing.
But so they've not actually gone to the Halo yet. They're not on the Halo. Yeah. It's fucking.
Maybe they do go
Halo.
at one. I think him and the woman touch the thing and go through. Yeah, I think they might do that.
Right, okay.
But that wasn't the big bit at the end I really liked. Okay. But yeah.
Fair enough.
I liked it.
You liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Liked it. He liked it.
Yeah.
Right, so a little break and then we'll have our favourite things of the year. Our favourites. Got some stats for us here. I like stats. So this is just on Spotify. It's been a bumper year for us. We've done numbers out the arse. We really download stuff. Here's some Spotify stats for you. 387% more followers, 343% more hours listened to, 306% new streams. It goes on.
You're saying more people are listening.
More people are listening. Here we go. We are the top 10 podcast for 49 people on Spotify alone, which is mad because our Spotify numbers are a tiny bit of what we do. A top 5 podcast for another 36 fans, and number 1 podcast for 11 fans. So if you're one of those 11 on Spotify,
that's wild. Let's get in touch. Yeah,
it's wild.
Wow. That's great.
And also, yay us, because you know how we missed quite a few weeks and, get some shit for it. we've managed 16 weeks in a row as of the end of this year, which I think is probably a record for us.
Wow, that is
since the start of it.
That.
So wow. It's all good. It's all good. We're doing well.
Are we in a run right now?
Yeah, we're in that run. Yeah. This is the 16th week.
It nearly went tits up.
It did almost. It almost went tits up. We kept it going. So yeah, just some back patting. We're doing all right. Here's to 6 more years, whatever it is, 7 more years. Right. So let's say what are our favourite things of the past year. So we've got 2 categories: favourite sci-fi film or TV show, and favourite non-sci-fi film or TV show. Chris, what was your favourite sci-fi film / TV show of 2022?
Andor. That's all I mentioned.
Alex?
Prey.
Oh, that's mine as well. Yeah. Have you seen Prey, Chris?
Yes.
Do you enjoy
Very
it?
Good. Yeah, I did.
Because you went on the...
No, you didn't do the spoiler cast.
It wasn't there for that.
I don't think. No,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I liked it. I think it was just... I don't know what they're doing with that now, but I think what I do, I just go through different age periods and just show you different types of humans getting fucked up. That'd be great.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? There's a sequel, isn't there, I think, coming. I'm sure...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they were talking when I did those interviews. That's what they were kind of hinting at, but they weren't going the right direction with it.
I think
they were doing more Native American stuff, which is fine, but that doesn't seem where the story is.
That's not what you want.
No, they should go to other cultures and see.
I suppose in terms of you making a film, though, if you've got all that stuff ready to go, it's easier to go back to that time period, isn't it? But you're right, it shouldn't do it. It definitely shouldn't do it. So that's mine as well. That's my favourite sci-fi thing of the year. Favourite non-sci-fi, Chris?
I like Succession.
Oh yeah, I like Succession. I thought this last series was the weakest of the one so far, to be honest, but
I
still enjoyed it. And it's beautiful to look at, isn't it?
There's great.
Was that Greece or Italy? The islands are on towards the end of that series.
Yeah, I think it was Italy,
where he goes to see Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
Beautiful around there, wasn't it? Really nice.
Yeah. I mean, they've kind of got the best. I mean, making a TV show about rich people,
mega rich. Yeah.
It's just the best sort of thing to make as well. Like, it's just the best sort of job, isn't it? Because would you rather make that or like someone who lives in a council estate? Like, it's
totally, It is good. I do like it. It's have you watched it, Alex?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I've heard it's good from a lot of people.
It is very good. It's very good. I think it's back on soon, isn't it? Quite soon. I think the 4th series is not far off. Yeah. Brilliant. Alex, your favourite non?
My favourite thing, a bit of a weird thing, but it was a thing that kind of affected me the most, and I got a bit obsessed with, was Therma Roma Nova, which was a Japanese anime on Netflix, and the concept was. It was about...
Jumanji?
No. It's set in ancient Rome, where this bloke who's a bathhouse designer...
Right.
He needs inspiration, and when he goes to the bathhouse, and he goes under the water, but when he surfaces, he's in modern-day Japan. And basically, each episode is him, like, needing to design some kind of bathhouse thing... going underwater, coming up in different places in modern day Japan, and then having these weird like encounters.
So it's Hot Tub Time Machine, basically.
But it's a lot like Hot Tub, and then he's inspired. So there's this insane one where he goes under, he wakes up, he comes up in a bloke's house. It's an old bloke's house, and the bloke thinks he's an Italian home help. There to give him a bath, and because of the way the bath is, they have the matting over the bath, and he goes back to ancient Rome and invents the indoor bath in ancient Rome because inspired by Japan. And the best one is Emperor Hadrian says, "Oh, you're so popular now. I want you to design a bathroom for me."
This is mental.
It's insane.
This is like something made by Pimlico plumbers, like so funded weird. By Pimlico plumbers. Like
So in that one he trips and then he wakes up in a bath, like a shop that sells different hot tubs.
This is insane.
And also there is an insane amount of male nudity. There is so much male nudity in it. Like, he's always naked.
I'm queuing this up. I'm going to have to watch this.
It's really... And the great thing is, every episode, they're not very long. The last 5 or 10 minutes of every episode is the woman who wrote the original comic going round Japan, live, like as a documentary, live action, looking into the culture of Japanese bathhouses. So you've got this weird cartoon with 10 minutes of just like a factual documentary.
It sounds like something you used to get like on BBC, like in the 90s, like.
It's mental.
You know, like
it's really mental.
They used to have some really good like art shows where it'd be like a new, different format.
Like when they very first started the digital stuff and gave money to all sorts of weird people to go make art stuff before and was watching it.
It's just so odd, and it's weird how you'd think you'd get a bit bored of the same concept, but they milk it like it's still somehow always entertaining when he's like. He's in modern Japan and he's like walking out onto the street and he's completely naked and everyone's just like
I think I'm going to watch that when we finish here. It sounds like
it's very it's weird. It was the thing that I just thought about the most. I don't know why, it really struck me. So well done Netflix for funding that.
Well done Netflix.
It was insane, yeah.
My favourite non-sci-fi I've got two. I can't decide. So a film called Ascension. Have you seen that about China?
Oh no!
It's a bit like Koyaanisqatsi, those like lots of images of China basically with no plot and no judgment music. About like nice music. It's less music heavy than Koyaanisqatsi, but no judgment about what they're showing you. It's just showing you modern China in lovely 4K HDR, beautiful graphics, and it's just. China's batshit basically, and it's 2 hours of like learning how. I know we all know China's batshit, but it's more batshit than you realise, and it's like absolutely batshit and beautiful. Really great film. My second choice, and I think this is actually the best thing I watched, was a National Geographic documentary called The Rescue about the bloke's going to tie boys out of the tunnel. Oh. Have you seen that?
Oh no!
So this documentary is like tip top. You should both watch it. It is so well done. Again, no sort of like. It's not like an opinion piece about it. It's just like factually what happened, but with extreme access to everything, like going through the tunnels, all the prep, the camp, everything. It's really well made, and like obviously we know what happens at the end, but like the moment when they finally get one out is like I was just crying my eyes out. It's so powerful as a film, even though you know what happens, like because they build up so well, an hour and a half of like. Being told basically this is practically impossible, and the fact that it's just some random English blokes who go over there and do it.
Have they got the bit where he gets called a pedo by?
No, that's not in it. No, that's not in it. That guy's in it though, but thankfully they miss all that shit out. Thank God. I think the other one, there's two, and the other one I think does go into that, but this is better for just. It's literally focused on the rescue, and it stops when the rescue stops.
That's good.
But it's like an absolutely captivating couple of hours. Fantastic documentary. So that's my choice. Right. The other thing so that's what we liked last year. What we're looking forward to next year. What is our most anticipated film of next year? And I meant to go back. Right, so we'll do this and then we'll go back to the last one. Okay, so I want to see what last year's was.
I know what mine is and I never ended up watching it.
It's Batman, wasn't it, I think?
No, mine was Lightyear.
Lightyear, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I never even watched it. I think my son saw it. My son saw it.
Did he like it?
Good. Yeah, my wife thought it was good, but I never saw it. Now I'm a bit annoyed by myself, really, that I'd picked that.
Chris, yours was Strange New Worlds. And
from last year?
This is your most anticipated,
that was good. Turned out to be very good.
Yeah. And Boba Fett and the boys. So you like the boys. Boba Fett, less so?
Yeah, crap.
Mine was Avatar 2, which I've not seen yet, so we'll see if that rings true. But what's your one for next year? Alex, what's your next?
Probably, again, because I do just like Marvel stuff, but this is a bit... It will probably say Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So the animated sequel to the...
the animated one.
The animated one. Yeah, the animated one. Yeah. So the sequel to the animated Into the Spider-Verse. The next one, I kind of trust them to do that well. I don't think they're going to muck it up. I'm kind of interested what they'll do with it.
Chris, most anticipated film, TV show
of... The Unreason, made by me.
Oh!
Whoa, man! Bombshell!
So it's coming out next year. It's coming out for sure.
2023. It will
brilliant.
be.
Well, I've changed it now.
Can you narrow it down to a season or anything?
Probably, realistically, summer, autumn, because it'll be for the
festival.
The festival when the festival start kicking off, which is around then.
Brilliant.
So
amazing.
On target.
We're doing the edit stroke VFX and things right now. So Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
Ooh,
starring Johnny Vegas and Sophie Thompson, and hope there's some other things outstanding, but
we could have a season of films that inspired it.
Yeah.
We'll be pushing it big time when it happens.
Oh yeah, we're all over that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I feel like for long-term listeners of the pod as well, they'll be invested because they've been like, you've been breaks and you've been off filming and things like that.
Me like slagging people off, agents and actors and stuff as we go. Yeah,
I cut most of that. You'll be pleased. But I've got it all in case my blackmail folder.
In case I go into politics.
My most anticipated is predictably June Chapter 2. Which,
of course.
Oh, actually, that would be mine.
I cannot wait for. Second to the reason, obviously, but
that'll be good though. It's solid.
It can't not be, can it? Really.
I mean, June. I just really loved June.
It's brilliant.
Like must have seen it about 10 times already. Like, I watched it on a flight going to America, and I watched it on the flight coming back as well. Like,
it's brilliant, isn't it?
It's just fantastic in every way.
I'd love to see it on a cinema screen again. Yeah, I've got the 4K and all that. It's not the same.
We're showing it at my cinema's showing it in January. Yeah, so we might be showing it more than that.
Okay,
we showed it a lot. So yeah,
I would like to see it on the big screen. But no, I'm really looking forward to that, and all my faith is in what's his name, Villeneuve. Yeah. Right, fantastic. One more break, and let's finish this all up. So, at the start of each year, if you've not listened before, we are allowed to view films that are 5 years old. So, as the clock ticks round to a new year, a whole new year's worth of science fiction films are fair game for us to talk about. And this time, it is films from 2018, which, again, is just wild, because that's like post the podcast starting. So we do the 3 picks. Obviously, all 3 of us. This year, we've got a 4th pick from a long-time listener who has picked a film as well. So I'm going to do him first, in case I'd have ignored what I told you and picked it yourselves. So Colin, we all know Colin. Hi, Colin.
Yeah, hi, Colin.
He's been around for a long while. He's still listening, still enjoying it. And he's particularly fond of A Quiet Place. And so he picked that for his film. And he's written a big long thing about it. I'll tell you what, I'll leave this for the episode, shall I? But he's written me a big long thing about what he thinks about it. But that's Colin's pick anyway for 2018 film of the year. Chris, what is your pick for 2018 film?
Well, I was going to say The Quiet Place, but then
brilliant. I knew he wouldn't have listened to me. I knew it. That's why I got in there first. Fantastic.
So we'd have had to have run Colin up and gone, you can't have that, Colin.
Poor Colin.
What do you want instead?
You've got a second choice, hopefully.
Yes. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, God. Really? That's 20... Oh, wow, okay.
That's wild. That's 2018 now, yeah. That is a bad film.
That's a bad film.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Sorry, it could be great. It's not. Alex.
I'm going to... Because Chris has picked that, I'm going to pick my second choice, not my first choice. Because my first choice was big...
Jurassic World.
No, it was a big, bombastic, money pit of a film that flopped. I wanted to see. I'm going to go with my second choice.
Hang on, what was it?
Mortal Engines.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to instead of that, I'm going to go with my second choice. So we don't have to watch so many big, bombastic blockbusters. Which is Sorry to Bother You. Did you see that?
I know. Yeah.
Which I think that film, people, you might start off watching that and think it isn't sci-fi, but there's definitely a part in that isn't to do with definitely
on the
sci-fi.
other end of the scale from Mortal Engines there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I did.
Critical Darling, Sorry to Bother You. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's a kind of dark, dystopian satire, I guess, but there's definitely sci-fi elements within it. So yeah, I'm going with that.
Brilliant. I've gone with the film that we've already mentioned this week, which is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I'm pretty sure is sci-fi, isn't it?
Is that 5 years ago?
He builds a big machine to cross the dimensions.
Yeah.
I guess it's brilliant.
Yeah, which I can't believe that's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I left that cinema screen and complained because I thought they showed us a 3D print on a 2D screen, and I later found out that's just the art style.
No, there's that. No, I know why you said that though. There's that weird thing in it. Yeah, no, but there is a weird thing in that where it looks
it's like two-tone sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
That's my pick of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. My second pick was The Meg, so thank God nobody picked Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because The Meg is fucking awful.
Well, we're going to have to do it sooner or later.
We are. Well, and when we do it, we'll be doing it in a new list. So,
another bombshell.
People may have heard last week. This is the last thing now. This is the end, because this is the end. It's the end of an era. We've been putting films in the list for 6 years, and it kind of broke, didn't it? Like towards the end there, we were finding it hard to put stuff in the list.
Yep.
And science wasn't happy because it wasn't very scientific. It also wasn't a rating system.
No.
And that's literally in the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
So Alex...
It was fiction, though.
It was fiction. Alex sent me a list. Someone was trying to do better than us, basically, weren't they? University was trying to do a better version of it than we were.
Yeah, I can't remember when we came up with that. It was from some film, but yeah.
Yeah, they were doing some sort of like science thing, and we thought we could do better than that. So, as of next week, there is a new list. The list is gone. It is history. It will still be available somewhere. We are starting from scratch again. So the first thing we're doing next year is we're going to, hopefully, we'll see how this plays out. We're going to go through how the new list works, how we put stuff in, and we're going to put some films in this list. And I'm sure it'll be a great time for everyone involved.
Yeah. And it might even be our first video.
Don't promise that. Maybe. But it will be something different because we're starting 2023 we've actually got a rating system, haven't we, finally?
Yep.
We've been piloting it behind the scenes. And so, look forward to that. So there'll be no 2018 films for at least a week, possibly 2. And then we'll be back. You excited for the new list? You excited for the...
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, bring some science on this bitch. Yeah.
We're going to science it up. No one can say we're not scientific or rating. So, look forward to that. New beginnings. And then
all those stats of all those people that we got will all just go in
disappear. No, it's a good place to start. It's a new place to hop on. Hopefully we get some new listeners because we're starting from scratch. So
yeah.
We'll see how it works out. That's the plan anyway. Maybe like if you listen to this in 6 months' time, we've gone back to the old list because it's just not fucking working, and we're like, oh, well, that didn't work out. But no, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah,
brilliant. Right, I think that's everything. I think anything to add?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Congratulations on 6 years of podcasting. We'll be back next week, as I say, with the rating extravaganza, I guess.
Yeah.
You'll see. It'll be fine.
Mega rating.
It'll be fine. Yeah, I hope everyone's had a great holiday and great break. And thanks for sticking with us another year.
Yeah.
And we'll see you
in touch.
Get in touch. Science fiction rating system at gmail.com. Sci-fi rating on the Instagram. No one checks it.
Not Twitter anymore.
Not Twitter. Fuck that noise. We're not paying that cunt. So it's fun watching it though. Like just the you would not believe that something so big could collapse so fast, would you? It's fascinating. Anyway, it's irrelevant. Yes, join us next year. Happy New Year. Say goodbye, everybody. We'll see you in the new year. Goodbye.
Bye.